We look to be set and ready, and we are. Feeding it immediately back to James Day, who has Melville Love going over the top. Read nicely by the opposition skipper Belts, who turns inside for his brother Belts. Just relaying across the back here. Guest trying to release. Nice full press here by Melville to start with. I want to trap this ball right on halfway. Effective tackle as they walk across. James Day gets himself the first turnover. Gears got the call of hot and smartly trapped it inside. Maintains possession, and they'll go for Day out wide.
Some terrific crisp ball movement. Day tries to go over the top, unsuccessful, but pretty crisp start by Melville.
Look the goods. Guest at the back again. Just wants to play this forward. Almost a little bit lazy by Belts. Gets turned over after the second touch. They have to turn back inside. Ben Staines at the top. Gets it just off his foot.
Well, very significant players, the two Staines brothers.
Deflection. Gives the Hale a chance. Down the left-hand side, Lewis. Matthew Lewis it is. Out wide. They can turn inside and have a crack back of the stick. Great save. Josh Bowen gets the first opportunity of the night, and you can't say it was a bad one.
Terrific piece of play. Got onto that Tomer, hit it hard, but the goalkeepers love him in the air, and Charter good enough, balanced, and made the save.
Guest for Gray. Just going to play around at the back with it here, Guesty. Tries to go central. Big tackle involved in the middle. Won nicely by Hayden Belts. Fred Gray here. Doesn't want a piece. David Guest assesses again. They fade out right-hand side. Skipper looks around. Doesn't want it. Jorgensen lonely at half-back on the left wing here. They don't want to use him so far. Was good the other night. Turnover comes in midfield. Not using the loose player. They want to take on this Melville defence right around halfway. That just getting shifted to the side by Mitchell Tate.
Yeah, fumbled that one. And every little fumble like that, every skill error, the other team gets the ball, builds the pressure against you.
Crisp pass from Jorgensen opens up the right-hand side of the field. Another nice tackle by Melville. They've been good so far. Mitchell Pace, the beneficiary that time, comes in midfield for Gears. Goes back to Gears on the 1-2. Tim Gears, top of the circle, lets it come inside, needs a deflection. Keeper just shut the pads. Hale not out of danger yet. Nice simple one there. Ollie Higgins just shut the legs up and let it in.
Well, tricky little shot though, and Higgins had to be alert. He did well, but not a bad option by Gears. And if he gets a little bit more angle on it, it's across the face and someone can tip it in.
3 minutes into the first quarter. We've already had a shot each. Guest with pressure. Feeds right-hand side. Nice ball into the interior of Josh Bowen. Comes back for the skipper. Guest again. Gray. Big hard press and a great tackle. Ben Staines now with a chance. Looking for that pass through the middle. Guest. Guest. Yeah, David Guest. Freaking myself out here. Using his smarts, as we spoke about before, just to be in that passing channel.
Staines was just looking for Willis on the return there, and Willis just wasn't quite on. He could have gone himself. Maybe on another occasion he would have done so.
Jason Gabriel's sideline. A nice quick start to this match.
Yeah, great start. Both keepers involved earlier as well, which will be encouraging for both teams. But look, the two to look out for me at the moment are the Staines brothers. They are looking dangerous. They're making some intercepts. They haven't quite connected going forward just yet, but I feel that's coming as well.
Flynn finds himself deep down the court, and it's just... They maintain possession here, and now he starts jogging forward, just a little bit loose by Austin White.
Yeah, fumbled ball, and now it goes to the other team. Each one of those little errors costs you.
Jake Staines wanted that one. One-on-one inside the circle aerial. Ignored by his fellow teammates. Joshua Belts nicely taken, intercepted, and gets on his bike. Pushes forward.
It's where he's dangerous. He often steals in the midfield and can penetrate running fast.
Matthew Lewis with a little bit of pressure under him.
Frank Reynolds applying some pressure. On the other side, it's Pace following.
Midfield, they have to just run with the angle there. Jorgensen has a nice direct ball. That one just a little bit too wide. Couldn't get on top of it. McCulloch watches it go and retreats. Finds himself on the bench, in fact. Straight off the bench, goes past Faulkner. Running on, trying to take effect. Wallace inside. Now Belts. Belts with a great ball forward. Almost there. Would have been good for Jack Faulkner early.
James Day had to intercept that one on the reverse. If he'd missed that, Faulkner was in behind.
Across the back hall. Mitchell Pace. Ugly inside to Gears. Nice ball centering through the middle. Ben Staines now wants to go for Gears a bit wider. Ashton gets involved. Gives it away a little bit though. Free here, Tim Gears. Nice ball, Ben Staines. Just couldn't keep it on.
Pace just slid that ball nicely, but couldn't be controlled. And you've got to be able to... Oh, there's the steal.
Ben Staines now goes around the first and the second. Great ball inside. Chance on goal, just deflected away. Still inside here. The opposite Staines wants to turn inside. Needs the shot to get off. And a little bit dangerous. Just flipped it up into the last defender.
Well, dangerous piece of play. Lovely pass from Staines. Fired across. A couple of opportunities. He did very well, but there were too many defenders and not enough space.
Little shoulder onto Ashton. Wins the free. Plenty of opportunity here, Blake Wallace. Structure the call. Melville just falling away now. Happy to apply pressure once they go past halfway. This flick over the top into a bit of space. Didn't have to be played by Frank Reynolds. Gets them into a little bit of trouble. Gives away the free. And Flynn circling. This one goes a little bit deeper for Josh Bowen. Umpire says Ben Staines had the space first.
Yeah, maybe he thought it was inside the 25 because it looked okay, didn't it?
Yeah, I forgot about that entirely.
I think that's what he blew it for.
Great flicking ball all the way over the top. McDougall plays one-on-one with Jorgensen. Beats Jorgensen, beats the second. Great tackle, the third in defender in. Still here with Melville. Belts just gets a nice little stick involved. And it's up to Jeff Cock to outlay to the side. Faulkner on the wing, wins the free. Frank Reynolds giving away a couple early here. He's got good intensity. He's just getting in the attacker's way predominantly here.
Dougal did really well to get in the circle then, but Wallace in the end made the interception. And you need, you need to do very well if you're going to dribble past 2 or 3 people because the tackling's just too good.
Nicely kept in by Matt Willis. Wins the free as well. A little bit of an apology. Accidental bump on Ben Staines. Both seem pretty chill about it. Day goes down now for Ben Staines and his opponent's number, Wallace, tries to have his number. Ben Staines inside the circle, wants to go underneath the keeper's leg, and it's just pushed out for a long corner. Wallace missed his man there.
Very dangerous. Lovely little interchange here. And just missed the pass. He fluffed it. He was trying to lift it over the goalkeeper, I think. Ollie Higgins was off balance. Lucky, I think, in the end, because he didn't cover himself with the glory with the elegance of his defence, but it did the job.
Gears with a dangerous ball off the free hit. Gives away the long corner, sorry. Now Wallace just lines up at the back. Nice ball in the middle for Ashton. Copped a little stick on the leg. Don't know about that, Wallace. He kind of got wrong-footed, but the way he tumbles in here, he really goes hard at the legs.
I think he might be in trouble. The umpire is not going to allow that. Yep,
Straight yellow.
He's a pretty robust player, and he's 10 minutes. He's got 10 minutes, my God.
A 10-minute yellow card.
So that is costly for Hale.
He really made no attempt to stay on feet, avoid the space. He looked like he came in and under. I'm happy with that.
Umpire Jennings indicated both hands. That's a 10-minute. And so with 5 minutes to play, he's got 5 minutes of this.
That's a great ball out wide.
Next one.
Reynolds throws it away out wide.
He wouldn't be happy with that. And Melville, if they play their cards right, shouldn't be able to make scoring opportunities.
Big opportunity for Melville here in the first period. Hale just going to have to soak up pressure now.
And Melville playing one-on-one all over the field in that situation because they've still got the spare, so they can afford to really aggressively press.
Gears wants to take the 2 on in the middle, sends it out wide. Good pass, free man, just a little bit inside of him.
Well, Ranford just missed Willis, who was on the baseline there. Disappointed by that. Ooh. Surprisingly,
no call.
No call. Well, they all pulled out, I suppose, and in the end, James Day just pulled his stick away, and they have possession. And now Reynolds, he can dribble from there, and he'll try, and he always does.
He's got good aggression, Reynolds.
Yeah.
Can be positive or negative, but he does 50 a game, 25 each way. Day across the back. Hall, Gears, just assessing it in the middle, the skipper. Mitchell Tate.
With the one-man advantage, then you can always find space on the outside, and they're doing so here.
Tim Gears tries to go in broad, comes off the stick of Flynn. Flynn helps his team out well. And free given away by Trent Potter.
And they always try and slap into the circle there. Sometimes you think, that the dummy and when the player goes down, as they do with this stick on their hand on the ground and the stick in front of them, still a dummy, you can go around them.
Day goes really high in the corner for Trent Potter. Nicely stolen out of the air by McCulloch. Fine sideline for Belts. The Hale skipper turns him inside. Should have kept on the paint for the 1-2. Wasn't the worst option by Josh Bowen.
The thing about it, being a man down like Hale are now, it gives real purpose to you. You have to work hard, and sometimes it can work in your favour. 10 minutes is a long time to do it.
It's going to empty the tank for later as well as we get deep in the fourth. Hall directly in. Nice trap at the base.
And I always like a striker to be close to the spare defender. Then we saw Belts make the trap. He's got someone near him. It's much harder for him to control that ball.
Jake Staines, Flynn, penalty corner. I don't think he meant it, but it didn't look pretty at all here.
Well, umpire Johnson thought he meant to, and that's why he gave the corner. And he was in a good position to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. It didn't look pretty at all, Liam Flynn.
Liam Flynn had his hands in the air, but his feet weren't on the air, and that's what made contact with the ball. And so this is a crucial moment, I think. James Day versus Ollie Higgins. If he was to be successful, if he gets that momentum, if he can get the ascendancy early, that would be a worry. Hall to push out. How slick, and because this is the end at which trapping sometimes problematic.
It's a mystery to us all. It's Olympic level turf. Day set from the trap of Gears at battery 1. Staines the backup. Will be Day. Fires it in. Great save. Still alive in the middle. Body on body contact. Oh, and a good stare down as well. Ben Staines, the one end's on the floor.
Well, terrific save by Higgins. Goes back into the play, but look at Belts. Really determined, decisive in his judgment and his movement, and he wins the free hit.
Gives him a nice stare down after as well. It's good from the skipper. And they give a fist pump centre field now, so all good there. All for the show. Flynn over his head. Day couldn't get across either. It's going to go the free the way of Sam McCulloch. They're a player down, but now they've got ball inside the 25 more. Just as I say that, they go back to halfway. Jorgensen for Guest. Nice progressive run for Ashton. Just thought the defender was going to get it, so he kind of raised his stick at the last second. Minute and change here in the first quarter. Jason Gabriel sideline without the yellow card. Would you still say Melville are in front here?
Oh, the yellow card certainly changed this quarter, and Melville obviously being able to play with the extra player. They probably haven't capitalised as well at the moment, but being that it is a 10-minute yellow card, they do have another 5-minute period after this quarter to go. So look to see them probably go up if they can.
Down in the corner now, Jake Staines putting lots of pressure on. Flings this one across the face. Ben Staines inside the circle. Keeper's well out. They just need to fire this on. Bang! Over the top, Matt Willis to an open goal. Just had to control. Such a good ball here. Jake Staines across the face. Ben Staines finally, the link up happens. If he got the first shot on, it'd be a certainty, but Matt Willis gave that everything. Not that way yet. Shot on goal, just away the right. Samuel Gears. 3 seconds to go. That'll be the end of the quarter.
Just stood in the Melville huddle. They're really upbeat about this little period coming up. They're wanting to shift the ball though. So when they play down one side, they want to shift it to the other side to play the open space. So hopefully I can give you some more updates shortly.
Thank you very much, Jace. Gears. Forward pressure early here by Melville. Nice crafty skills. Now they've got an entrance again. Just that last little pass forward from Mitchell Tate wasn't there.
Well, he'd be very happy with the way he penetrated into the circle here, but the final pass wasn't there. Intercepted by Bowen.
Guest all the way over the top for Liam Flynn here. Wants to win the foot race. Day gets a touch on it, so now Liam Flynn gets ball really far forward.
Good outcome for Hale.
Don't want to overcommit here, but might just want to spend a few seconds here. 3 men come up to press Flynn though, so he's just going to bang this inboard chance to get a deflection inside the circle. Very well dealt with, escaping nicely at the back Melville. Still a Hale ball.
Dangerous ball though, hit hard, and 2 contests inside the circle. Ball only has to spill or hit a foot and you've got a corner there.
Nicely stolen, sideline. Good fight through the middle. Day wants to open this game up. Flicks wide for Matt Willis. Nicely done, Jorgensen. Wants to get moving as well. Nice little flicks down the sideline. Was for Flynn. Taken away.
Well defended by Hall. With a terrific trap by Jorgensen. On the half volley. Real skill.
Matt Willis looks to go over the top of the stick. Gears. Wide for Mitchell Tate. Down into the corner. Building well. But Hyder just being tackled. Oh, great skill turning on the inside, Sam McCulloch. That was quick.
He wins the free. Yeah. Terrific. Quick hands there.
He was in a good spot.
Hayden Belts over the top. Day couldn't reach it, didn't want it anyway.
And Day went for it just enough to slow Jorgensen down. Jorgensen probably would have got it if he kept going, but it would have been too much of a risk, he judged. Into the circle.
Chance inside the circle, need to turn through the inside. Staines underneath it all. Keeper just flattens out, gets the cup in the way and deals with it nicely from Jake Staines.
Really dangerous ball there.
Flick on the inside, chance again, and now Melville are through. Matt Willis gets the first for Melville. Chances were brewing. Finally, they get the connection they needed.
A quick ball into the circle, took a deflection, fell for Willis, and at that distance from that place, he wasn't going to miss. Mind you, at that distance from that position, he missed earlier, going over the top, but he was clinical there. No chance for Higgins.
Restarted now, Jorgensen. Nice little pass down the sideline. They tried to be cute with it. Melville a chance to attack up through the guts again. Good pass. Jake Staines again. Just a little bit hard on the touch. Joshua Belts with a lot of work to do. Skipper on skipper. Gears cast to come in, take effect. They've stolen it.
Terrific chase by Gears there. He didn't give Belts the time that he wanted.
Ball. Now McDougall goes inside. Good ball, Tim Gears. Top of the circle. Advantage paid.
And Willis was through again.
Good steal. Trying to press forward, Hale. Jorgensen. It's been impressive so far. Keeps pushing away. Does well to beat Gears on the wide.
Gears had to chase. He did well. Stopped the play. That's what he needed. Jorgensen, another good interception.
Cracking across the face. The yellow card should be returning now. Yes, and now comes back on. Benji Austin. They'll have a full complement back out there, but they've gone down a goal in the process. Melville with their heads up and wide. Mitchell Pace. Toys with the sideline, keeps possession. This one's going to go really long and deep. Nicely done by Jorgensen again. Takes it out of the air and looks to drive up the left-hand side, winning the free. He's having a good night so far. That pass, defender called to be back 5. Belts turns back, wants to reset. Benji Austin restarts us in the middle to Belts, wide Jorgensen. Got Flynn out the exterior. They don't want to use it yet. Guest can reset again for Austin. It's a free out there, just shoving a little bit. Kyle McNass. Flynn wants to stay in front. Sorry. It's Ashton up there in the long sleevers as well.
Reynolds a bit unlucky there. I thought he'd done okay, but it's a free. The Hale defenders in their own half, not getting much space though. They're really pressing hard, Melville, and most of their opportunities have come through errors that they've forced.
Posted out wide. Hale a chance to come inside. Cracking around, deflection, goal! The leading goal scorer gets him again. Liam Flynn, perfectly placed and perfectly directed up to the top left corner. Take a look at this. Flynn just sticks it out.
He was waiting where he had to be in the right position, and the shot was across the face, as it has to be in that situation, and perfect deflection. And for somebody like Charlie, you're not going to beat him with your shot from there, but a little deflection in front of him is the hard thing. And Hale have stayed in the game. They haven't been in the game in terms of opportunities, but now they are.
One apiece, just travelling the 5, cracking across. Keeper's got it, turned inside, bobbling right on the line.
Oh, that was untidy. The ball saved by Higgins, but then he heeled it back. Here, he heels it. Whoops. And pretty untidy.
Just gets the upright. Hyder was trying to go underneath. Now at 1-1, Jason Gabriel sideline. This thing's just got a little more interesting.
Yeah, it's been a great 5 or so minutes of hockey. Melville obviously going up, and then Hale getting their extra man back, and obviously capitalising through a brilliant finish by Liam Flynn. It's like we mentioned, going to be a very, very tight contest, and if you can take opportunities, which Hale have with the small amount that they've had so far, it can go a long way to winning you the game.
Melville turning over midfield. Thank you again, Jace. Willis tries to play down the line. Gets a tidy little foot. Set the play up again. They flooded the circle. Already 3 in. One standing at the top. Day scopes around, goes flicking right over the top. Big chance if they want to play on quick. Top of the circle. Inside for Ben Staines. Just has to recycle. Gears lets that go back for Day again.
Just enough pressure on Staines there. He couldn't do anything dangerous. He had the ball right on the top of the circle, but enough pressure to not allow him to slip it in there. You've got to think Hale will be buoyed by this situation. Now Belts gets away.
That's what he loves doing. Turned and goes. Now Jeff Cock, midfield. Back for Hayden. Belts. They'll recycle through Guest again. Great ball forward. Needs the deflection. Last line of defence for Melville, coming in solid at the back. Chance down the sideline off the next tackle. Ashton waiting at near post. Still alive in there. Just needs someone underneath it all. Hale, everyone's in. No one can get the shot straight on goal. Gears wins the free. They survive once again, but a lot of pressure for Andrew Charter there. Had to keep really tidy. Sideline ball. Samuel Gears again. Tries to beat them with skill. Gets the free outside. Takes his 5, wants to go across the face. Keeper, no worries.
Yeah, Higgins happy to just deflect it over the back line, but well, at the other end, Charter required a couple of anxious moments there. And Hale getting back.
Oh, Day misses the flick into the air. Cock.
You've got to forgive him that one, because a lot of his passes have been very dangerous. A lot of their penetrations come from the high balls he's thrown. That little fumble, and now Hale attacking.
Bowen leaves it for Ashton. He wants a moment's time to think, so they go across for Willis at the back. Skipper Belts in the middle, just controlling things, just calling the play to go back down the wing. Gets deflected out and away, and Melville get this one.
And Bowen trapping on the reverse there, just spilt it.
4 minutes 20 to go until half-time. Winner of this goes into the grand final against Old Aquinas Reds. Gears getting a bit of contact in midfield. Wants to release out the right-hand side for Ashley Ranford. Good ball. Another great work tackle by Joshua Belts. So clean in the way he gets under them.
Well, he's all over the field. He's filling holes, he's making penetrations. He certainly is having a significant influence.
A good pass by Jorgensen and a couple of deflections. Ends up on the sideline for Melville. Trent Potter will have a look around. Goes central and will try to just sneak that down through the inside for Matt Willis. Jorgensen looping around and gets the receive on the 1-2. Looks forward, he's so direct with his balls. Gets Liam Flint down in the right-hand corner. Gears couldn't get the first tackle. Day helped him out. And now Gears will just try to relieve the pressure. That'll go straight out of bounds. Not his best.
Trying to start it not quite where it occurred.
Austin and Willis playing well across the back together, setting up the angles. That ball directly to the defender. Day, bit of work to do. Dispossessed and regains. A little foot out on the far side. Hale defenders calling that he'll go over the top, so this time for once plays it along the ground. Matt Willis goes outside for Trent Potter. Good chance to try to turn him underneath again. Mitchell Tate does really well to do the first. Now works forward. Good chance at the top of the circle. Need to be clean here. Hale outside. Advantage was paid. Potter being a nuisance. Mitchell Tate leaves it alone for Gears. Deflected, brought down, trying to be clean. Josh Bowen inside again. Nice chance, just running wide of Ryan Hyder. Melville starting to build a lot on these 1, 2, 3, 4 chances in a row. 2 minutes to go in the second.
Well, Mitchell Tate did well again, broke through. He got tackled inside the circle, got the free hit outside. Now Belts has gone to the other end quickly. It's end-to-end stuff.
Flynn wins the free, goes quickly, makes his 5. And a rancid flick down the other end.
And Flynn's claiming that he wasn't 5, he wanted a corner there. In the end, the clearance was dangerous, and so Hale have kept it.
Belts cracks it across the face. Flynn goes aerial.
Judging it to be off Flynn. Flynn saying it was off.
Said if it was off me, it would have been heading towards the goals.
Yeah, he's claiming it was off a Melville stick anyway. Umpire thought it was Flynn, and so the ball's cleared. But they've hit quite a few of those hard balls into the circle. They're dangerous.
Well trapped by Joshua Belts. Stops that. Widens the field for Lewis. Crafty pushes around the outside. Oh, we could see another one almost go to the bin. Gears wears that well.
I don't think he could stop. He had momentum.
He committed to the play. Shoved the ball down the left. Accelerated right. Gears squared himself up right in the path of the ball. This one down in the corner. Hard to bring in for Hyder.
40 seconds to go.
Right hand side play.
You'd want to get into the circle if you hail from here.
Just one crack at it. Down the sideline. This time cracks into Day's heel. Now we'll come back for the free. It's Austin wide. Not overly concerned. This time the ball comes in, but it's dangerous. 5 seconds to go, and that should bring up the halftime whistle. One apiece here, similar to the final we just saw, and as predicted, a tight game unfolding before us. The big dance next week. Hale to push us back. It's all tied up, one apiece here. Hale immediately sending us down into the right corner with Sam McCulloch. Day gets in the line to intercept. It's been a fantastic first half. Both these teams starting to come into their own. Melville with the more opportunity, but Liam Flynn down the sideline after a good tackle of of Hayden Belts. Just giving them the beneficiary early here. They're going to open this one up right on the other side of the circle. Free. The defender from Melville took the space second, got in the passing channel. This one rolls off the back.
Yeah, you run in there, and the umpire can sometimes give a corner if you deliberately encroach. These overhead balls are name of the game, aren't they? From the back, I reckon 60-70% of the passes are overhead now.
Melville trying to fire in. Just setting up at the top of the circle. Jake Staines wants it at the top. Couple looping around. This one a little bit wider. Mitchell Pace tries to work down the exterior long corner.
He did well to bring it down. The long corner's not such a bad outcome. You stay in the 25. You're still in an attacking position.
Day will want to drive this in, and does. Nicely taken away, but Melville's still in control, and they can reset up the same manoeuvre again. That passing channel's still there.
Sometimes it's a bit European handball, this, isn't it? You're passing it around, looking to fire it in.
Day had to work hard. Just a little bit inside his shoulder. Flynn tried to get in the channel. It gets down out wide. A turnover, but a lot of pressure on the ball. David Guest to get us back inside. Big ball over the top, intercepted nicely. Just want to roll over to the sideline. As we go down to the sideline, Jason Gabriel, how did you feel at halftime? Did you get any intel for us?
My tip of a draw, it was feeling really good at halftime. This is a very, very tough game to call. Both teams are creating great opportunities, as we almost see one here. But it is it's going to take a little bit of something special, I think, to gain ascendancy in this game.
Thank you very much, Jace. Samuel Gears down on the far side now. Well intercepted by David Guest. Nice ball for Liam Flynn right down the line. They can keep moving it down here. Oh, Flynn wanted to go. Reckons he kept that in bounds.
Well, the umpire thought otherwise, but it would have been dangerous had it gone the other side, because Flynn's quick and he would have been running into space.
Guest across the back for Jorgensen. There's one available midfield. The defender was sharply on it. Flynn turns that on the inside. Nowhere to go but around the back corner for Hall, and Day finds his skipper in the midfield. Takes a little heel deflection out wide. Umpire's going to let that roll over the sideline.
Pretty calm play by Ross Hall there, but if Flynn's initial trap had been a little bit cleaner, he might have been past Hall.
Gears has the two defenders on him. The double call comes through. So relays back for Day, who wants to go really deep inside the circle. It's not kept in. I believe by Trent Potter down there.
And pretty good effort to keep it in.
Sorry, Samuel Gears.
But the ball was just a bit long. And those long balls into the circle often cause trouble. There was one in the first half that I thought perhaps Ollie Higgins could have intercepted. But when they're wide like that, away from the centre of the goal, it's very difficult for the goalkeeper to get involved. And so it provides a very good opportunity if you make a clean trap.
Gee, what a nuisance tackle. Gives a vital opportunity for Hale. Inside shot straight at the keeper. Josh Bowen had a good crack there. Andrew Charter just presented the pecs and absorbed it nicely.
Well, Lewis made the good steal, and it was a stinging shot, but from that position, at that angle, if the goalkeeper's there, you're going to do well to pass him. And Charter is a quality keeper.
Hale look over the top again. Well, trapped down in the corner. McCulloch just tries to beat them down the left-hand side. Lets it go over the baseline.
Yeah, he got it round the first one, but then beat himself.
Sub starting to roll on. 5 minutes into the third quarter. Frank Reynolds. Very aggressive type operator. Wants to play on quickly and run every single time.
There's an option on the other side of the field, but he doesn't see that, but it falls for him. There's his dummy, he loves it.
Reynolds goes out wide, just beats Ben Staines. 1.5 meters more towards the man, and they could have been in with a huge chance. Reynolds again, forcing the play and wins it. That's what he's here for, and he loves doing it. Frank Reynolds tries to turn him inside again. Staines now follows suit, needs to relay backwards. They can shift wide here. Ranford doesn't want to. Gears takes it centre field. Heard the defender coming and says, no, we'll actually just go back for McNess and Day. McNess again. Great ball. Shoved over. Willis will have to be careful. Allows him to get up and play forward. Matt Willis just gets the foot on the exterior of the circle. Outside here, Ben Staines.
That was Blake Wallace who bumped into the back of Willis. He has to be careful. He's had 10 minutes already, and he's a robust player, but he just has to be a bit careful there. I don't think there's anything in it.
Day just looking around.
They're looking. They're searching for long balls into the circle.
All three forwards being very mobile as well, so they're just waiting for that opportunity to open up. Frank Reynolds again. Looked into that gap at the top of the circle, didn't see a presentation, so just goes back around again.
And you can do a lot of running from side to side while the other team searches and searches. Day goes now.
That's the one. It's going to run off the baseline.
He's looking for Hyder there.
That's exactly the ball they're looking for. They waited patiently for that. Jason Gabriel sideline. I noticed the jacket's just gone on. Has it dropped a couple of degrees?
Yeah, just looking after myself, it is cooling down a little bit sideline, but the game is still fierce and red hot at the moment. And you feel Melville just a little bit on top, happy to control the ball and control the play. But look, this game, like we said, is going to be very close, and it's going to take one little bit of play to break it open.
Thank you very much, Jace. Gray relaying back, and then it comes forward again for Belts. Takes the 2-on-1 strongly, and now gets the ball over the top of the final defender.
Well, here we go. Here's umpire Jennings with his card.
Day's gone.
It's yellow.
Just 5 for Day there.
It's Ranford, I think, is it?
Could be Ranford.
Yeah.
Yes, it is Ranford.
Well, umpire Johnson allowed the advantage there. Here's this. He's trying to fire it into the circle. Jason Day right on the top. And the advantage of having the free hit outside the 25 is you can fire it direct. Now he's got to play indirect. This is not so easy.
Did well there, Belts, then just came crashing underneath. He was overly committed to it.
Terrific tackle by Tim Gears. He read it well. And they played that pretty well, Melville, at the top. Can be a difficult situation. Belts is a skillful player. But the previous piece of play where Belts was taken out was Reynolds, who jumped in front in the circle because the umpire had allowed the advantage. Could have been a dangerous situation.
Nice take from the top, Jake Staines. Good press by Hale. Jorgensen cops it on the foot.
So Melville, they've got another 3.5 minutes with a man down. They want to slow the game down, keep possession. They're not in a hurry to play, I wouldn't think, in this situation, as we can see.
Very good by Gears. Day's ball intercepted by Jorgensen, having a night out, the young man. This one, probably not his finest. Wrong time to say he's having a night out.
Yeah, and they wanted to keep it. You want to keep it when the other team's got a man down. So there's another half a minute gone now.
Day for Gears again. Gears really smartly turned around Ashton. Looks up what's in front of him. Wisely decides to come back. Wants to take on Ashton again. Goes 2 for 2 against him in the same play. And once again now we'll soak up time.
Yeah, they're not in a hurry, are they?
A wise skipper, Tim Gears. Been around the traps. Now Ben Staines. Looks around. Fires it across the face. Just a little bit too wide there for Matt Willis.
Well, if Willis had made the trap, he was in business there. Deep in the circle. Pretty good pass.
Hale widening through Ashton. Good ball sideline. Day had to intercept and did really well. Frank Reynolds moves the interior. Staines now forward pressing. McDougall over the top. Going to have to chase hard. And they'll watch this one roll over the back.
Pretty good pass there by Staines on the run. Just a little lob. Lots of changes occurring here. Sharing the load, Melville.
Matthew Lewis goes down. Umpire laughs in his face. Jorgensen sideline. Reynolds being a nuisance again. No, that was Samuel Gears this time. He's found the Reynolds spot. Samuel Gears again. Good effort. Samuel Gears now puts on the pace. Wants to keep pressing up hard. Finds himself right in the corner. Now they can set up again. Mitchell Pace. Inside Staines. Over the top for Tim Gears. Likes it here. Wants to get a good chance down the side. Smartly, Hale knock it away for a long corner.
Well, they've played it pretty cleverly, Melville. They're eating up the minutes, and they haven't really been hurt by Hale.
Hall was initially going to come around the corner. Defence pressed up nicely, so has to go back for Day. Good pass inside Ben Staines. Up at the 25 again now. Looking sharp, Melville, even to play it out. Ashton now, time midfield, gives it out Jorgensen, and they need to press forward. Belts has got to chase this hard. Flynn starts pressing up to the left, right-hand side as well. Cuts in. They've got 2 free in the circle. Belts has to cut all the way back and could see another go here.
No.
Oh, it's against Belts.
Yep. Jake Staines went for the tackle. Belts had his stick in front, and the umpire Johnson saying it was a stick check. Not sure. Didn't get to see it.
It's a confident blow as well.
But he knew what he was doing. So many people thinking the decision would go the other way, but that's umpire Johnson's thinking.
Day goes real long again. Just looking to soak up the last few minutes of this card. Jorgensen, sideline. Ashton just couldn't stay on top. Day with a great ball. Hale caught a little bit napping. Just needed to be cleaner, hider. They got ball down on the left-hand side.
You'd be pretty happy with this if you were Craig Wilson. They've played in this situation very well.
They've had the majority of the pressure.
Yeah.
Play it down. No worries at all. We'll do it with 2 less. Put us under real pressure. Hayden Belts.
They're back on now.
Full complement versing each other.
Let's see what happens the last 2 minutes of the quarter. Now that there's parity, we'll see Hale do something, I'm sure. That's how it works.
Just finds the sideline, so Day has to work a little bit harder.
Hale gone to a half court now, so no pressure at all on the defence.
Sucking in the big ones before the big final term. All tied up here, one apiece. We stay tied up. We'll go to extra time, golden goal. That's a wide of everyone. It's a great push.
Not a bad idea. Just wasn't read at the front by Hyder. But those long penetrating passes, that's the hallmark of Day. He's given some really good ones today, and they've resulted in opportunities for Melville, but they haven't been able to efficiently finish. This has been a real arm wrestler this quarter. Not many shots on goal, not much opportunity made. Lots of midfield scramble.
Hayden Belts wins it nicely. Coming up on a minute to go here. And the referee soaking up a bit more of that. Maybe they're wanting the break as well.
Referee fatigue, perhaps.
Great ball from Guest. Just a little bit lazy on the stick drop.
Yeah, one hand, you know.
Yeah.
They can't be tired yet.
Got to be better than that. Josh Bowen in a big final like this. Everyone up in the air. No one really played at it. Melville away here. They need to take it back to the mark. Played on now finally. Matt Willis tries to fling down left side for Staines.
Well, I must say that one did surprise me, because I think that it was a contest. We're always going to a contest, and Hale a bit unlucky there not to have had the free. Certainly Guesty thought he had it.
Guest now goes central. Mitchell Pace. For the fiery Frank Reynolds.
Day will try to get to the circle. 3 seconds, not long enough. Just the one ball across the face that he was brilliant enough to deflect in.
This one intended for McCulloch. Taken out of the end nicely, but read across the side by Hayden Belts. Just turns back on the inside, buys time, lets the Hale players roll forward. Melville just so up in the face. Flopping well after a definite free hit. Across the face nicely, stolen out of the air by Staines. Sideline for Willis. They can keep moving this one down the right-hand side. Ben Staines not quite going to get there. Hale defending nicely. Jake Staines wants to get back on top here. They're really pressing hard. Melville got them in a lot of trouble, and that just over-rotated.
But the interesting thing about it is that Hale's defence being put under pressure by the pressure at the front from Melville. That's been much more so than what we've seen from Hale. Often playing half court, falling away.
Great. Lays it backwards for Hayden Belts. They'll come a little bit wider here. McCulloch again, and Belts dispossessed. Nice work there, Jake Staines. Just not allowing Hale any freedom, any movement. That'll be a free for Hale.
It's a free because he missed it. If he takes it in front of the Hale player, then he can play on and go off. But you can't run into their space and then miss it.
Over Guest. All the time in the world. No time pressure on his watch. Intercepted. Jake Staines inside Tim Gears. There's 4 flooding forward of Gears here now. He doesn't like the angles they're running though. He gives them a spray while with ball in hand. Beats the tackle. Now goes inside. Staines looks direct. Dangerous ball.
Surprising.
Flynn away. He's got McCulloch down left, but he's going to turn on the interior. They mass around him. Good steal in the end. Closing the space. Ross Hall.
He was all by himself then, Flynn. Didn't have any support.
Would have been a risky ball, far left corner, if he wanted to get it away.
You've got to say, Melville are making good connections. Some of their play in the midfield is really slick.
Melville just outside, big chance. They roll it in the circle, deflection across the back. Matt Willis almost putting this game into disrepair.
It's hit his foot.
It's hit his foot. Penalty corner. Both umpires working together there. Daniel Johnston getting the call.
Well, it hit a foot. I think they're saying hit the other foot, although we'll see it now.
Oh, that's a good call. Gets the back left of the heel.
Jorgensen's foot.
He's pointing to his stick.
Jorgensen saying it hit his stick. Then Johnson confident about it. Well, important decision. And now Day gets his chance. Higgins had his measure in the previous opportunity. It's only the second corner of the match.
I want to see Ben Staines here. Saw him in the warm-up firing some of these at a rapid pace. It's going to go to Day though. Shooter comes out, penalty corner again, just off the foot of Hayden Belts. I wouldn't be surprised if they go the change-up Staines with the hit for the bottom right.
Well, he can flick too.
Day again. Deflection and in. Shooter came out again. They've worked so well for so long, Melville, and now they're up 2-1, looking likely.
Well, deflected off the runner that must have hit his leg. No chance for the goalkeeper to have sympathy for him in that occasion. Hit the runner's foot and deflected the other side.
Even go shin pad by the ricochet angle. Came off with more pace than it came on.
Well, when I say foot, yeah. No, I think you're dead right. It was the
Benji Austin just couldn't get out of the way.
Well, what you do as a runner is try and get in the way. You just don't want to tip it. You want to get full on.
Sideline ball, Hale. They answered back quickly the first time. See if they can do it again here. Guest all the way at the back. Scans. Wanted something direct. Decides Jorgensen in space is the best option. He can go to the top of the circle here. Flinging it in. Day. Play on. Jorgensen. Was he the 5? He was. Sideline ball. Good intent, Jorgensen.
Good defending by Melville. They've been the most parsimonious team for the whole season. Half as many goals against as the others, and we've seen that in evidence tonight.
Jorgensen's ball just dispossessed, but they give it straight back to him. Sideline, now cracking across the face. Nobody there ready to receive. Another one across the face here. Jason Gabriel sideline. A good penalty corner leads to a good goal, and you're going to need Hale to answer back if your tip's going to be right. Might have lost Jay's sideline down there.
Yeah, he's gone silent now. It's not looking so good for him.
Just getting in touch with his bookie. Can we cash out or do I double down? What do you want from me? Great ball here for Melville to really inflict some damage. They go over the top and a bit of free space out wide. Ben Staines inside the circle now, can go across the face. Just missing the deflection. Hyder, who is in the perfect position. Hale don't want to waste any time. McCulloch beats them. Really fighting strong, Sam McCulloch. Lays it back. They can probably go wide. Only one covering defender on 2 if they switch the angle. Flynn, smart down this left side usually, wins the free. Flynn again. He's got to beat Potter one-on-one. Now 2 others come in to get involved. There has to be a foot there.
They're defending the edge of the perimeter of the circle, but you've got to think that you'll play that out and in.
Another foot. No, play on. Advantage. Shot at goal. Nice fist away. Keeper standing strong. They get another chance across the face. Flicking. No, didn't want to use. Oh, don't know if that was the option there. We're still alive. Break it down in a moment's time. David Guest across the back. Wallace. Wider. Belts. I think the option here, if we get it in a second, Cock has a good look at goals, but Liam Flynn throws his hands up because he was a free pass 2 metres away. And Cock goes for goals and Flynn threw his hands up at him saying, just give it to me. I've got the magic stick.
Yeah, well, it wasn't the good option. He was at that angle. You've got to fire it across the face from there. Certainly don't try and lift it past.
Deflection in! It's Cock. He makes up for his mistake. What a great ball on the inside. 2-2 here with 8 minutes to play. Cock gets the goal. What a great ball. Captain steps up, fires this, back post, Cock ready to be there. And at least Liam Flynn is the first there to celebrate with him and pays his dues.
Yeah, we might not see the earlier one that Cocky didn't get right, but he certainly got that one right.
Melville, pressure on, free inside the defending space.
No doubt we'll hear from Jason Gabriel now.
Yeah, brilliant ball, Joff Bowen. That was fantastic. Just connection with Belts there, and fires the chaos ball to the far post, and it's an easy tap in. Back post is where the strikers score the goal. So fantastic comeback here by Hale, and look, we're set for an exciting 7 minutes.
Well, we lost you on the ears for a moment there, Jace. We thought you were just getting in touch with your bookie when it was 2-1 and the draw wasn't coming together. Jorgensen at halfway. Two all, 7 minutes to go. Direct ball to the top of the circle. Melville need to be clean, and were. Having a little snipe at the referee, Jack Pearce, but there was nothing in it. Day can go wide for Gears. Not Gears, sorry.
Is it Reynolds?
Could be Frank Reynolds. He's found himself on the right wing. Gives it forward for Ben Staines in the corner, who beats him on the inside. Defence has to give away the free.
Well, he's been a thorn in the side all night, Staines, but just hasn't got himself on the scoreboard, which he normally does.
Long corner here, Melville. Trying to set themselves up. Jake Staines, very mobile in there. Frank Reynolds. He'll take this on with Flynn. He'll back himself in. Liam Flynn does well though. Tackles sweetly. Goes down the left-hand side. Oh, sorry, the right. No, his left. I was correct to myself. This ball needed to be released down the sideline. Had Jack Pearce away. Melville again. Get a chance to run back. Ooh. Flynn gets laid out. Couldn't avoid that at all, but almost could have been more there for Ben Staines.
They were both watching somewhere else, and at the last minute saw one another.
Guest goes through the middle for Gray. Takes them both on. Gears doesn't let him run away too quickly. Forces him to turn back on the inside. Pressure being applied by Ryan Hyder, but he couldn't get on it. So not Hyder, McDougall. Gets away from them all. Direct ball, need a deflection. Ooh. He's trying to shovel that over his inside shoulder. Was Sam McCulloch. Would have been special.
In the last couple of minutes, Gray's done a couple of dangerous things, getting some penetration. Some in Belts, and there's Belts intercepting, but Gray also created some opportunities there.
Into the final 5. 2 apiece, extra time, tipped by all.
Look for a long ball into the circle.
Day. Well done there, McCulloch. The crowd goes up for a wrong footing Day. Ball goes down the sideline for Matthew Lewis. Wants to press inside the circle. Now will turn. Day needs to recoup. Lewis across. Advantage Melville, and free given.
Well, very good tackle there by Ross Hall. It needed to be.
Interception chance. Tries to stay on top. Jorgensen, good skill. Now beats him on the inside. Jorgensen needs a good pass to the top of the circle. Oh, desperation. Absolutely perfect by Ross Hall. They're not out of danger yet. Hale lightening up. Good turnaround on the far side. They're both getting into each other. Frank Reynolds, fiery as always.
It's a bit like they've awakened from sleep, Hale.
3 minutes 40 to go.
They're pushing now.
Told to empty the tank. They don't want to see extra time. Dangerous moments in this game. The skipper, Joshua Belts, to lead his team forward. Jorgensen, will he try his moves on again? No, just flings this one down the sideline. Gets a deflection for the long corner. Jorgensen to lay it in. Long corner again. Skipper belts. Top of the circle, inside now. Trying to get stick free. Penalty corner, not paid. Good shoulder on shoulder contact. Stolen out of the air. Austin goes wide. Now they're in again. Lots of pressure. Hale, Day does well to get the stick in front. Opportunities and chances. That's what Hale are dealing in. Can they convert? That's the question. 2 minutes 40 on the clock. Hayden belts. Relaying Gray and Guest. All lining up forward now. Trying to draw this Melville defence out. That one's a bit loose. And Day's happy to let it go.
Again, half court. Falling away, Hale.
Hall and Day. Central ball is strong. Staines lets it go in behind for a little bit of mischievous play, but it was only the opposition skipper in the path. A little bit wide.
Yeah, if you're going to play over those balls, you've got to think that there's someone behind you in front.
Tim Gears. His chance to put something special on. Wins the first free.
You've just brought it 2 meters close, too close. It was, because he was set, yeah? Yep.
He's saying I played on.
Well, you are allowed to move the ball, but...
Gears gets it again. Not his cleanest. They relay back for Day. This is where they were setting up in the third that led to their goal.
Pressure.
Really nice pressure. This one now.
Hale happy to put lots of pressure on there.
Direct ball. Intersected by Guest.
Got to be in front if you're going to get the ball in the circle.
Wins the free nicely. 1 minute to go here. 2-all. Hale can have the final say here. Just wide of McCulloch.
53 seconds. Will they try to get to the other half? Or are they going to play another way? Not much pressure in their own half.
Flynn intercepts. Might go himself. Has a little crack at it. Gears playing with him the whole time. Inside. Tomahawk chance. Waiting too long. Penalty corner. Smartly done, Hale. Big opportunity. You said Liam Flynn hasn't had an opportunity all night. Well, here's his chance.
A free hit quickly taken by Belts. I don't think he went 5 metres there.
He didn't go 5 at all.
No.
If it was a free hit.
He went straight into the circle.
Sorry, boys, I might just jump in. I think the play on was allowed there, hence why, yeah, obviously didn't have to
free
go
hit
5.
not given.
20 seconds.
So the play on, so he didn't have to go 5. So you'd say the umpire didn't blow the whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. I think Dan Johnston allowed the play to go on when Hayden Belts picked up the ball. So obviously, yeah, able to go directly in. Big opportunity here.
Liam Flynn, we saw him go 4 for 4 off corners, attacking the runners. Does he go for glory here? Or does he go for the stat? Skipper traps him. Flynn hits the runner. Still here. Belts gives it a whack. Dangerous ball. Melville have survived with 20 seconds on the clock. Great shooter coming out of the line. Just gets full stick in the way. It was Frankie Reynolds. Who else would it be?
Well, you need to make that block there. It was important.
Gears can fire this in for free. Goes wide. Trap 2-1 and time. Sideline Jason Gabriel. Are we going to stay all tied up through extra time here?
Look, that was my prediction at the start, so I'm gonna stick with it. But it's going to be hot contest.
You heard it. Thank you, Jace. You heard it here first. We're going to a penalty shootout. Gears trying to get the free. Will do. Melville, after making the first tackle, now have possession. And they probably just want 2 or 3 good opportunities here, Melville. They've been patient all night in the way they've set up attacks. Juking on the inside. Now trying to push corner. It needs to be trapped nicely. Samuel Gears couldn't quite get there.
Can be interesting. Teams can get a bit conservative. You don't want to take too many risks at this stage, but for those that do or are willing to take the risk, there can be a great reward.
You feel Melville want to set one up. And Liam Flynn just wants to scream through and score an absolute turnover masterpiece.
And Gray again, he's been more significant the last quarter. I thought he made a difference.
That was almost to perfection. Day just had to read that last moment pass. Couldn't allow Bowen to get away. Melville start to build. Dispossessed again. They work down the right-hand side. Hayden Belts gives it for Sam McCulloch. He's got some chasing to do. Tries to keep it in. Just a little untidy underneath it all.
And Flynn lurking. Ooh.
That was not the ball to give early on in extra time. Guest comes out of his line to win this one. Needs to stay committed to the ball. Nice win underneath everyone. Ben Staines is going to wear one. Decision comes. It's a yellow card.
Is it Guest?
Believe it will be on David Guest. No, coming off to the sideline.
Graham. One or two of them, they were both in it together.
Gray, I don't think was the most egregious of the two. Inside ball, touch, flicker, goal, Melville go through to the grand final. What a tomahawk, kept it low, across the face, keeper had nothing. Just like that, Melville have got themselves through. It only took Hale 1 minute last week. This time Melville in extra time only takes them a minute to go through. Fantastic win.